Okay, so this is the video where stupid people, okay, let me repeat that. This is the video where stupid people are initially going to make fun of me. And the only reason they're going to do that is because they're idiots. I humbly suggest you read the article below that I wrote for Apple. I can guarantee you I've dedicated more countless thousands of hours of brain power to considering data backup, redundancy, and archival storage of incredibly important data than you ever will. So before, when I show you these archival DVDs, before you start laughing, I suggest before you start laughing that you listen a couple minutes and realize how stupid you are. And it's okay to be stupid. It's another thing to wallow in your stupidity, like a pig wallows in crap. That's a country saying. For you city folk, pigs like to roll around in their own feces, and they love it. So I suggest you don't roll around in the fecal matter of your own ignorance before you start laughing at me. What are you doing holding DVDs? Nobody uses that crap anymore. Well, let me tell you, sister, let me tell you, girlfriend. The fat, bald, tattooed guy you see in front of you, he has over 200 hard drives, of which many of them are the best that money can buy, including solid-state drives. Not a lot because they're, incredibly expensive, and they still have the same rate as far as roughly 5 to 10 years of ferromagnetic depolarization. Let me tell you something that you don't understand. By the way, there is a better option now. There's actually a super option, but there's synthetic sapphire and platinum discs that cost a fortune that the military and some government agencies are storing like, oh my God, we can never lose this information. Like if there's World War III, this data will be preserved until the Earth disappears. They're actually synthetic sapphire and platinum discs. There's an option better than this that uses a stone layer. Actually, it's a mineral layer, and they're called M discs. They're guaranteed. They're basically you can get them as cheap as what is that? What are the cheapest are they now? You get a 10-pack for $22. So yeah, $2 a pop. Basically, $2 a pop. Okay, so they'll last 1,000 years. Now, for practicality, if you have some really important stuff, like after you croak, your relatives will probably retrieve it, something that lasts at least like 120, 150 years, and that would be these. Now, you're going to say, well, they stopped making these. That's not true. JVC knew that they were being superseded. These are called Teoyudins, and another company bought out this patent, this formula, and some of the workers that used to work, as I got the link below for these. Now, these are 4.7 gigabytes. Now, before you say something really stupid and unintelligent because you think you know more than me, it's like, I would never burn disk. I hate burning disk. That's old technology. Let me tell you something that you don't know because you're stupid. And most people are stupid on this topic. Since I'm the guy that owns hundreds of hard drives, literally hundreds of hard drives, well over 200, let me tell you that you don't understand. If I take the best hard drive money can buy, which is a server-grade Western Digital Black, and I take like 5 of them, and I make 5 copies of identical data, like really, really, really important crap, and I stick them in 10 Ziploc bags in a hermetically and temperature-controlled vault, you know what happens? Natural self-destruction called ferromagnetic depolarization occurs. And what that means is if you put your data on the best that money can buy, hard drive-wise, your data will be fooked, foobarred, trash, garbage, history, bye-bye, within a period of 5 to 8 years typically. It will be so degraded that it'll be, oh my God, that's bad news, isn't it? That's bad news. So then the question becomes, now you're like, oh my God, my pictures are huge, that's 4.7 gigabytes. Nobody likes burning DVDs. Nobody, including me, don't like burning DVDs, right? By the way, solid-state drives, they have the same rate of ferromagnetic. They have no moving parts like a hard drive, but ferromagnetic depolarization occurs the same. Optical is not subject to that. Now, we're not talking about, this is also why you're stupid. I keep calling you stupid, but that's okay. It's okay to be stupid. It's another thing to learn something. We're not talking about the crap you buy at Walmart or Best Buy. That's regular DVD crap. These are archival. You know what archival means? It's kind of like Cindy Crawford. It's like the older she gets, the younger she looks. Archival means lasts a long time. Those discs, Best Buy, Walmart, blah, blah, blah. That crap, 10, 12 years under ideal conditions. You store these away, guaranteed to last basically over 110 years, 120 years. Now, I know how big image files are. I actually have a medium format camera. Those files are huge. So we're not talking about storing everything on here. Okay, I know what it's like to burn DVDs. And by the way, any of you that say, well, what about DVD burn? Give me a break. I mean, when's the last time you saw a floppy drive? You know what a 5.5-inch floppy disk is? That is some real ancient tech. I can go on, there's still a bazillion read writers for old, huge-ass 5 1/4 floppy disks. So don't give me any crap about DVD players, obviously, to read the data off. I mean, I don't want to hear any of that stupid crap. I mean, those things, there are so many billions of those things, literally, almost literally, on Earth. And they never fail. There's nothing to fail on them. They're going to be around forever. So don't give me any crap about being able to read them in the future. I mean, people keep saying that stupid stuff, and I look at them, you know, just like they got retard tattooed on their forehead. You're an idiot! I'm not saying burn everything on these. I'm saying, listen closely, HCD. I call that holy crap data. What's holy crap data? That means it's data that you created, that you spent countless hours on, whatever that may be. I got a lot of data like that. I mean, I've scanned in so many hundreds of books. I've done, oh my God. I mean, I can't lose 20 years of my life because I like stuck it on a hard drive or two. Holy crap data is stuff that if you thought of losing it, you would go, shit, oh my God, I can't lose that data. No, no, not under any damn circumstances, hell or high water, with a deadly weapon to your head, would you even consider losing that data. How important is that? Now, the link below, I think it's $47 for a 100-pack. Now, 4.7 gigs times 100, I think, equals 470 gig, half a terabyte, basically. It depends on who you are. I have a lot of holy crap data. A lot. A lot more than you do. Way more than you do. I'm talking about the data that you don't dare lose. Something you want to store in the back of a safe, and you don't have to look at it again. It's going to be safe. You do that to a hard drive, 5 to 8 years later, it's gone. Best hard drive money can buy, hermetically sealed, tin Ziploc bags, temperature control, humidity control. It self-destructs like a time bomb on any and all hard drive, including solid-state drives. Well, it's not sure. A solid-state drive has no moving parts. There's no platters or armatures or voice coil. Doesn't matter. Same issue. You know what you don't have that issue on? Hardcore archival storage. So now tell me, start laughing again about DVDs. Tell me again. Here's the answer that you're looking for that you have not asked yourself. This is a Wheel of Fortune question, right? Name me the one and only goddamn storage medium where your data is protected 40, 50, 60, 80, 100. In the case of M discs, which are expensive, $2 a pop, whereas 100 of these is 47 bucks. But I mean, 120 years versus 1,000, none of you are going to be here more than 100. Name me one storage media that you can stick it in a box and you know it'll be there 30, 40, 50, 60, 80. There's only one, girlfriend, and it's this crap. Okay? Archival data optical. You know who else realized this really important crap? Facebook invested billions of dollars. Go type it on Google if you want. Billions of dollars. Now you're going to say, why not Blu-ray? The reason why not Blu-ray, which holds a lot more data, is that to get high reliability, you'll need a commercial Blu-ray burner. Consumer Blu-ray burners are not that reliable, nor is the media. If you spend a crap load of money, and you have a crap load of money, you can buy a commercial Blu-ray burner and commercial archival Blu-ray discs and store a crap load of data on one disc. But you probably don't have a crap load of data for doing that. This is the next best thing, unless you're Facebook, which has billions and billions of dollars. See, Facebook understood this. For cold storage of data that is important and can't be lost, Facebook and other companies, there are companies actually that are still using tape, because tape is incredibly stable, but it still depolarizes. But you have to have some hardcore humidity and temperature control. You don't really have to have that with archival optical. So now laugh in my face again about archival optical discs. We're not talking about the crap from Walmart or Best Buy here. The answer to the $10 million question that you, in your stupidity, have not asked yourself is, what is one storage medium where I can, like, safely know that my really, really, really important data will be there the day that I recorded it, like 20, 30, 40 years later, or after I kick the bucket and the grandchildren find it. There's only one answer and one answer only. It's archival optical. Repeat after me. Optical, 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 optical. Not hard disks, not solid state drives, because they undergo self-destruction. It's called ferromagnetic depolarization. It means the way the data is recorded, it self-destructs. You see, there's someone that actually, between the two of us, that wrote a book on magnetism, and that's how data is stored on this type of media. That would be me. Yeah. Burn marks on an archival layer, and if you want to choose M-disk, that's fine. It's just more expensive. I mean, 1,000 years versus 120, 140 years. 140 years is a lot cheaper. 140 years is enough archival storage. You know, if I was still around 100 years later, which of course is BS, you know. Now, that's taking it a bit too far. However, the government and the FBI and the CIA are now heavily invested in M-disk. They've got a crap load of really important data that cannot be lost under any circumstances, that can be put in cold storage and will be there 1,000 years later. In premise. Now tell me if you're laughing about disks, because when you show this to people, they laugh. Like, oh my God, I hate burning disks. That's old technology. And then I go, excuse me, Captain Stupid. Mr. Stupid. Yeah? Tell me one place, one media, one device, one anything where you can store really, really, really important data and it'll still be there 20, 30 years later. There's only one answer, and this is it in my hands right now, damn it. You can either wise the hell up or you could stick your head right back up your fanny. Because most people don't know this information. They're like, oh my God. You know, I don't know about you, what sort of really important information you got, but I got stuff I've been working on for 20 years. And I don't know about you, but I don't relish the idea of like spending 20 years of my frickin' bleeping effing life and then going, oh my God, I had all that data on a hard drive or two and it depolarized and now 20 years of my life is gone because I didn't understand what the difference between data backup was versus long-term archival storage. Yeah. You feel me? Do you feel me, girlfriend? Good. I hope I made that abundantly clear to all the stupid people out there. Because most people are stupid on this topic. They don't think about it. I've spent thousands of hours thinking about it. Check out the article I wrote below. I hope you like this video. If you do, you could drop a buck or two, tell me to jump off a cliff. But on this topic, I know a lot more than you do. Unless there's like one archival storage expert out there, which I doubt there is. Not that's watching anyway. Yeah. Good night.